Good morning, year one. Happy week. Goodness me, I don't even know which week we are in of term, but we're very nearly at the end. Today I am going to be doing a new maths topic for you this week. So we are going to start looking at fractions. Now, some of you might already have an idea of what fractions are, in which case you are just going to be experts. And if you don't worry, because we've not learned about it yet. So we are looking at halves today. Now, I know that everybody in year one is super good at sharing. And we're really good at sharing with our friends. Now, if you had one piece of one apple left at snack time and you were sharing it with one of your friends, how could you share that out equally between you and one other friend? What could you do so that you both got an equal amount of the apple? You could cut it in half, couldn't you? And then each half would be an equal amount. Now that's our word equal again. We like that word, don't we? We know that word well. Now I am going to show you a little example of some halves. So bear with me. So first of all, I have got here some tomatoes that I'm going to eat for my dinner. And I am going to cut them in half now. If I cut my tomato like this, is that in half? If I'm sharing that with one other person, has that been cut equally? It hasn't, has it? Because if you really love tomatoes and I gave you that half and I had that half myself, it wouldn't be very fair. Now, cutting it in half means we've got pretty much the same amount on both parts. Okay, so I've cut my tomato in half. Next, we are going to have a look at this juice that I have here. Just move my kitchen knife out of the way because I want to be nice and safe. Okay, so here I have a glass and here I've got some juice. Now I'm going to fill my glass up halfway. So I'm going to need you to help me and I want you to shout stop when I get to halfway. So there we go. I'm at halfway. Is that half my glass full? I hope you're saying no. Next. Ooh. Right, if you shouted stop around there, you would have been pretty correct because that is about half of my glass full, okay? The same amount here and the same amount here, okay? If I do this, is that my glass half full now? It's not, is it? Because I filled it up way more than halfway. That glass is nearly full now. Yeah. Okay, and last halves we are going to look at are my shapes that I've got here on my whiteboard. So what shapes have I got? I have got a rectangle and I've got a circle, and I want to split them in half and colour each half. Okay, so I'm going to split my rectangle like this. Is that half? If I put that in half? I haven't, have I? Because the two sides are not equal. Now, if I do this, sorry, it's a bit of a wobbly line. Okay, there we go. That is half. Okay, I've got my whole rectangle and I have cut it in half, and I know that it's in half because I've got an equal amount on each side, so I can colour in half of that shape. Now, what about my circle? I'm going to cut this in half now. So remember, it's a bit harder to see with a circle sometimes. What about if I do that line there? Well, that's not even a very straight line. Whoops. It's quite hard for me to film this and have it with my spinning whiteboard at the same time. Right, there we go. Is that half? Have I got an equal amount on each side? I hope you're saying no, because you would be correct. That is not half. This side was much smaller. If I want to make it equal and cut it in half right down the middle. There we go. So I've got the same amount on each side. I've had my whole and I have split it in half. I can colour in that half. Okay, so your job today, this week, is to show us some halves. Okay, so you can do it in whichever way you like. You can draw some shapes and you can cut them in half and colour half of them. You can do a more practical experiment like I did with the juice and show filling some cups up halfway or glasses. Or if you're very careful and you get an adult to help you, maybe you could cut some things in half in the kitchen. Some pieces of fruit or maybe some vegetables, and show us half. Find half of some things in your house. So that is your maths challenge for today. And you don't need to post on Dojo, but obviously Miss T and I love seeing your work on Dojo as always. So if you want to put it on Dojo, please do. If you have any questions, please let us know, and I will put an extra super challenge on Google Drive as well for those of you that really want to explore halves even more. Good luck, have fun, and I will see you next week. Bye.